It's about the feeling you want. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. I think a lot of times we get hung up on the details of what we think we want, and forget that it's really the experience, the feeling that we want. And when you realize that, you can gather that feeling in yourself before you have the thing or the experience you want, and lo and behold, the things and experiences you want come right to you. It's an amazing thing. I think very often when we're trying to manifest what we want, we get really specific and we think about how we don't have it. And in that, we are reveling in the feeling of not having it instead of appreciating what we do have, appreciating that what we want is on the way, appreciating that we are capable of creating whatever we want. And as soon as we stop trying so hard, stop efforting so much, and just get out of our own way and focus on that feeling of appreciation, that feeling of bliss, of joy, of love, of experience, of adventure, of expansion, those kinds of feelings that are really at the root of every material thing we want to manifest when you really get down to it, whether it's a relationship or a truck or a house or a trip or a certain mode of employment, whatever it is, or a child or a parent. I don't know if you can manifest. You can. The thing is, that's a perfect example. So I don't have a father. I have a father, but his name isn't on my birth certificate, and I didn't grow up knowing him. And if I focus on that, I can have a lot of feelings of being illegitimate and unwanted and unworthy, and that just basically keeps me from having loving, close relationships. Whereas if I focus on giving myself that love that I didn't get from a father, being the unconditional, loving adult for my own inner child, when I'm able to make that shift and really feel that unconditional love for myself, then all kinds of doors open up for other kinds of relationships, because I'm not stuck in an old story of unworthiness, which is not very attractive to most people. That's just one example, but I bet you can think of an example. So I just want to remind you that, because I think it's easy and common for us to get caught up in what we don't have when we're trying to manifest what we want, instead of really appreciating what we do have and really appreciating that what's on the way. There's always more good stuff on the way when we get out of our own way and stop resisting the arrival of it and start accepting where we are and accepting that this whole universe has got a lot more going on than we are ever aware of. And so to try to manipulate every little thing to create what we want is way more effort and usually not very successful. Whereas if you just go about loving yourself, taking the next obvious step on the path of least resistance, as it's called, the universe will continue to unfold the next step and the next step and the next step. And also just you find the momentum of things that you desire, experiences that you desire, feelings that you desire, just start to come into your life, flow faster and faster, basically. The more you gain momentum in that, the more abundance pours in. And the more you stop it, which is fine, you can't get it wrong, you just can slow it down. And the way you slow it down is by resisting, by getting in your way, by efforting. And the way you speed it up is by accepting, surrendering to the universe, and focusing on those feelings that you want. When you focus on the feelings you want, the rest of it all works itself out. That's been my experience. I would love to know if you have some questions or comments about that. I know it's tricky to put into words sometimes, and so anytime we put things in words, it can be debatable, it can be arguable, but I think the feeling of that, the feeling of knowing that good things are on the way, the feeling of knowing that you can trust yourself, the feeling of knowing that you can trust the universe because you are an extension of that, that kind of feeling of clarity and joy and self-love is what brings more of that to you by way of the law of attraction. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions on that. I'm out here enjoying a beautiful day in the Colorado mountains, a little bit of sunshine in between some rain showers, and wishing you love, laughter, lightheartedness, peaceful conflict resolution. Don't forget to play every day.